Hello all, my name is Ryan, and I am joined again by Matt.
Hello.
And we're back on the plains of Guild Wars 2. This is Beta Weekend 3.
The final one.
Yes, the final one until the release. We're excited.
I'm a Sylvari this time. Ryan's still a Norn. He's a different Norn this time, though.
I'm zooming up to your antennaed face. You disgust me.
Flattering. Sylvari are quite cool. You could be a Sylvari and a Zuran in this beta release, so it's different. It's very different.
Yes. I apparently don't like different.
Right.
Yeah, basically, in this video here, we're going to be explaining combat and the combat system in this game.
Yes.
So, Matt, you can go ahead and explain the first
Yes, well,
term.
I think Guild Wars 2 tries to break away from the kind of default mechanics that we see in MMOs, where you just stand still and you press 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
And so there's quite a few different mechanics in place to do that. And the first thing we're going to talk about is, we should probably stand up and kill some things properly, is weapon skills. And you can see on Ryan's panel on the bottom, he's got his first 5 skills.
Yes.
I'm not sure how many you actually have unlocked.
I have 3 with my greatsword currently.
Okay. And so he got that greatsword about half an hour ago, was it? Or something like that?
Yeah.
Well, you equipped it half an hour ago. And when you first equipped, you only had the first skill unlocked. And as you killed things, you unlocked more skills.
Yes.
Every kill counts towards the unlocking of the next skill until you have all 5 of them. And those skills are determined by your weapon, by your combination of weapons. You could have different offhand and a main hand, which could make a different combination of skills.
Yes.
From what you would have if you had like one staff or a 2-handed sword in Ryan's case.
Yes.
So that's pretty interesting. You don't set them normally, but you do still have those skills that you do set normally. If you look on the right side, you have 7, 8, and 9, and those are those skills. If you press H and go into your skills and traits menu, you can see all the skills that you can unlock using skill points, which you can get through quests and skill point thingies.
Yes, if you didn't catch the last episode, basically what, not the last episode, the last sort of video we did about the previous beta, it's kept the same sort of schematic for this one, whereas you have all of these here, which are your base sort of utility ones. You can equip these to any of 7, 8, and 9. Say if you didn't like any of the ones in these layer ones, you didn't really have to use them, which I quite like. But then, of course, you buy 5 of these, and then you get down to the next tier. As I said, you cannot purchase this skill until you unlock this skill tier. And then, of course, you unlock these at level 10 and level 20. And that's quite cool. It's not really something we've seen in an MMO before. At least I don't think something we've seen.
Yeah, and also Guild Wars 2 kind of annihilates the need for a healer.
Yeah.
Although your class is kind of, I suppose you buff yourself quite a lot, don't you, as a guardian?
This class is probably the closest thing you're going to get to a healer in this game.
Yeah, but every class does have healing spells, which have their own little side bonuses. Like mine grants me extra speed at the moment. It's quite good. So if I run low on health, I can just use that.
Yeah.
It does take a while to reload, but it takes 20 seconds for me. But it's nice to have it there.
You're so powerful. So, as you can see there, now I've learned the leap of faith. Leap at your foe on hit, blind enemies.
Shall we try it out on something?
Sure.
Let's see, we've got a white mower here.
So yeah, that's sort of like the weapon progression, where you sort of don't just level up your weapons, but you level up your character as well. Leap of faith. Oh my god. Yeah, no idea. It's crazy.
I'm an elementalist, by the way. I didn't mention that. I'm a Sylvari elementalist. Ryan is a Norn guardian.
Yeah.
So next we are going to have a little look at race skills. So I'm a Sylvari, and one of my race skills is called Grasping Vines, and this one is rather cool. There's not really any enemies near me, but there's a few over here. So I'll demonstrate this.
Yep.
When I use this, I'm not sure if you're actually going to be able to see this on the ground, but I have a bit of like a circle which I can place on the ground.
Yeah.
And if you watch that mower, he gets and he can't move, which is quite good for me because I can just tangle him in that web and walk away. And every race has different racial abilities. I'm not entirely sure what the Norn is, but
I was looking through it as you were explaining that, and I can't really see one that really is more so given to Norn. I mean, the majority of my first tier ones, at least, seem more so to do with my class. So I'm thinking maybe on the later tiers, there's actually more skills for Norn, such as we were saying earlier, just before this recording, in the previous beta, as we were both Norn. But we didn't actually get the chance to turn into a bear at all, which is what Norn are well known for, in at least the first Guild Wars.
yeah.
So maybe that might come later on in the higher tiers of skill.
Well, for me, I have about 7 slot skills, and then I have 1, which is my race skill. So that might be the last one on the line for you, but it might just blend in with your class anyway.
My last one is Call Owl. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think that is it, because I had that as a Norn warrior in the last beta weekend.
Ah, I see.
So that must be it.
Do you have, just on your race skill, does it sort of have like an arrow with a cross going through it?
Yes. It does.
In that case, that might mean the race skills, which is quite interesting. That makes it a lot easier to distinguish the two between your race ones and your trait ones, which is quite cool.
Yep. So next up we have loot. This system, I'm not entirely, I'm not really sure about it, but it works to a certain degree. If you kill something, you will often see its corpse just lying there. So you're going to need to do this a bit, Ryan. We're just going to have to kill some mowers until we find one.
That's fine. I have not a problem with killing mower whatsoever.
So I have one here. Do you have any?
Yeah, I've got a couple.
Okay. So you can see their corpse just sparkles, and then when you go near them, you can press F and grab the loot, and it just goes straight into your inventory if you grab it.
Yep.
Now, it's not entirely obvious, but you do have to kind of pay attention when you've killed something to see if it's dropped something.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it, really. It's quite good, I suppose.
I've just noticed that. Are you at any point going to use a focus? Just so I know to keep that at all. Okay. Because this mower dropped armor, and I wish to have it. In fact, I don't wish to have it. Armor lied. It said it was better.
We have one little thing more to cover, which is underwater combat. And there's an underwater section over there, so let's run I'll bust you up to run past.
Thank you very much. Be almost pointless with me with my fat body trying to make it over there.
So if you didn't know, there are 8 races in Guild Wars 2. There's 5 races and 8 classes. the races are, Ryan? Your quiz. Oh, this doesn't look safe.
Yes, I'm sorry, I got too excited. Races, we're speaking, well, let's go from light to heavy armor wielding. There is Azuran, which is obviously light. This isn't going so well for me.
Well, Azuran, the armor they wear is dependent on the class race. But Azurans, you kind of like a guardian Azuran if you really want. Doesn't really suit them.
No.
There's Azuran, there's Char, there's Human, there's Norn, and there's Silvari.
Yes.
And we've just jumped underwater. I told him I've done this, but as you can see, when we jump underwater, our entire skill menu changes.
Yeah. So as you can see now, I had unlocked number 4 when we were back on land, but now you can see I haven't even got number 3 from underwater combat. I realise this is probably damaging us even more because this water is kind of frozen. Which, I quite like that, honestly. It's quite a nice touch. I may go down.
Yeah, these things are quite strong, aren't they?
Yeah, I immediately regret this decision as soon as I jump down here. But, so yeah, the spells are completely different to when jump underwater. As you can see, like, my one spell earlier was I was swinging my sword and doing a combo, whereas my one spell underwater is I'm throwing, like, what they're calling a ball of light, which is quite cool because it heals and damages at the same time. So if
one thing to note is here is we can move up and down as well as left, right, forward and back.
Yeah.
So you do have to kind of aim some of your attacks. At least I do as a elementalist.
Light pulses damage every second.
You do still have the same looting system.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same attacks, and it's the same combat, pretty much just underwater, and with different skills.
I can't get over how good the combat looks in this game. Just even though, like, I mean, we're underwater now, and of course my class especially isn't really designed for, in fact no classes are really designed for underwater, but just how well it works and how good the spells even look underwater, I don't know, it's just, it's incredible.
And if you're wondering why you haven't gone up for air yet, you don't actually have to breathe underwater. If you look at my mouth, I've actually got a rebreather on, and so does Ryan.
Oh yeah, I hadn't actually noticed.
I think you can get like better rebreathers.
Yeah.
I think I saw one in a shop. You can also get better. You can get like exclusive water weapons.
Yeah.
Like I got a harpoon gun.
I have
yesterday.
trident.
And we can also change. I don't think I have a second underwater weapon equipped, but you can have 2 sets of weapons.
Yeah.
And change on the fly. We haven't unlocked that yet, though.
There's actually like a mini boss behind us, so I have no interest in dealing with that. One thing is, as you can see, as we're swimming sort of on the top, that we have no skills. You can't. It's almost as if the game doesn't distinguish between you being underwater and you being above. Oh my god, what have we done? And being above ground. So there is actually no different, no skills sort of just on the water bed. Which I'm not sure whether I have a problem with that. That just sort of means if you want to go underwater and fight, go underwater and fight. Don't piss about on the top. You're going to die.
We have forgot to mention something very important, and of course, dodging.
Oh, of course.
You can't do that underwater, I don't think.
No, if you do it underwater, that just makes you go a bit faster. It's not really used much in water. I think more so up and down is used more in water. Oh my god, kids throwing snowballs.
If you look above Ryan's health bar, there's an orange bar, and that is your energy bar.
Yes.
You can get roughly 2 dodges out of it. when it's full.
Yeah.
I haven't really used it much in this playthrough because I'm an elementalist and I haven't been close up. But if you're getting attacked a lot, then it's really good. You really need to be dodging.
Yeah. Especially sort of like on the ground when you're being attacked, there's like a white sort of ball where you can see the enemy's AoE attack. And of course, if you're in the way of that, just evade out of the way. It's a lot more effective during PvP. If like people are purposely targeting you, then you can just evade out of the way, which is very cool.
I think that is about it. We can't really cover elite skills because you have to be level 30 to get them. I suppose there's a environmental weapon here, which is basically you can pick up a weapon from the floor and use it in combat. But this is just a snowball. I'm going to throw it at Ryan.
You're an asshole.
Him.
So,
yeah, that's not a proper weapon, but yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah. Well, thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll be coming at you. I can't believe I missed the kid's head. Hopefully you'll be watching soon with some more Guild Wars Beta 3 gameplay. But until then, we'll see you next time.
Yes. Goodbye.
Goodbye.